Welcome back, everybody. My name's Will, and today I want to talk to you guys about my experiences carrying IFAKs. Now, I've done a video previously on the IFAKs that I carry. I'll have a link up here at the top and a card for you guys to go watch that if you're interested in the actual kits themselves, at least for my civilian EDC IFAKs. But now I kind of want to talk to you guys about what it's like to carry an IFAK. Sorry to interrupt the video, guys, but I need you to do me a favor. Recently, several companies have come on board with Country Boy Guns and have taken me on as an affiliate with them. What that means is if you use my links to go shop on their websites and you buy something, I get a portion of that sale to come back to the channel. That lets me buy ammo, buy accessories, buy guns, buy gas for range trips, buy camera equipment, pay for trips that I have upcoming, which I do have at least one really cool trip coming up this year that I'm really excited about. All of those funds that come back to me support the channel. They support me. They support the work and the content that I'm making here. So if you'd like to support this channel, the best way for you to do that is to use the first link in my description down below, which will take you to my brand new website. On my website, I'll have a list of all of the companies that I have affiliate links with. If you just click on that company name, it'll take you straight to their website using my affiliate link. And from there, like I said, whatever you buy or whatever memberships you sign up for, I do get a portion of that that comes back to help with Country Boy Guns. So if you don't mind, please do me a favor, go check out my website. It'll be the top link in the description below. Again, any of those companies you want to shop from, go over there, see if they've got something you want, and use my links to shop with those companies. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys. Now let's get back to the video. Now, first thing is actual comfort in getting used to carrying IFAKs. I choose, again, in my personal life, to carry these ankle IFAKs, and I actually carry two of them at the same time, one for each ankle. The reason I carry two is that it makes, I don't know, when I only have the one, I notice it a lot more. It's like one leg is way heavier and it just doesn't feel right. It's not balanced. It's not comfortable for me, and I'm constantly just focused on that extra weight all day. But if I put one on each ankle, well, now I don't even notice it. I forget these are there. They're there, and if I need them, I've got the stuff. I have actually pulled these off before for an injury. A kid that I knew got hurt. I didn't know how badly he was hurt, but he was bleeding from his head. So I just pulled these off to have stuff there to work on him, and thankfully didn't need to use any of it. It was just, you know, head wounds bleed a lot. It was mostly a scratch, but point is, having this stuff and just it being comfortable and forgetting about it and disappearing on your body, it gives you so much more capability, and for me, it gives me a lot more peace of mind. So let's talk about that peace of mind. Why would that make you feel better? I mean, you're carrying this stuff around literally for years, and you've never actually used any of it. Why does that make you feel better? Why would you not just cut that out of your carry stuff and save some weight and some time getting ready? Well, for me, it's kind of that whole, if I carry a gun to protect myself, then I should probably carry a way to, you know, like patch myself or somebody else up in the event that I need to. Frankly, given the number of different ways people get hurt all over the place every year, you're way more likely to need trauma medical items and the training to know how to use them, because these are useless if you don't have training. You're far more likely to need that than you are to need your gun, statistically speaking. So really, it doesn't make sense to me why you wouldn't carry this stuff even if you don't carry a gun. Just my opinion. So it just gives me an added level of confidence in my day-to-day life of, you know, going out and doing things, whether it's going to the grocery store or going out to the range, out in the woods, in the middle of nowhere where I have no cell phone service. All the different activities you do that could potentially be dangerous, at least you have the ability to, you know, help that situation not turn really bad. And that gives me, like I said, a sense of peace of mind, and I really like that. Now, let's talk about the other side of the coin. We all know people who they don't get it. Like, why do you carry a knife? Why do you carry a gun? Why do you have a flashlight on you? You have a pair of scissors? Oh, they're on your multi. Why do you carry pliers with other crap on them? Like, we all know these people, and you know, it infuriates them and it just confuses them that we carry all these things, and yet who's the first person they come asking for when they need a flashlight, a lighter, a knife, etc. and so forth? It's always us, because they know we have it. And I always kind of take that as a point of personal pride, because I don't know about you guys, I have gotten picked on a lot for the things that I carry and the things I choose to carry. I've gotten picked on for carrying IFAKs. For my work setup, I keep my IFAK on my belt in the center of my back, and it just goes underneath my top layer. So you don't see it all the time, but if I take that top layer off, or if I, you know, even if I'm just wearing it, it'll bulge that top layer out in the back, and it doesn't look like super normal. It does draw a little bit of attention, but especially when I take my top layer off, it draws a lot of attention, because it's like, what's that thing on your belt? So yeah, I've gotten made fun of for carrying IFAKs specifically. And you know, it can be a little awkward. It can be a little unnerving. You know, somebody's giving you crap for carrying this thing, and you don't want to seem like some conspiracy theorist, paranoid weirdo. But I mean, think about it. This stuff is useful. Frankly, I'll tell you guys the story of why I started carrying an IFAK in the first place. And it wasn't in my civilian life, it was at work in the military. Before I get into that, quick disclaimer, nothing I say here should be construed or represented as the opinion or stance or policy, etc. and so forth of any other entity besides me. No person, no organization, no government agency, etc. and so forth. My opinion alone. Now that I've got that out of the way, I started carrying an IFAK at work. It's a basic blowout kit, nasopharyngeal airway, quick clot, chest seals, tourniquet, that kind of thing, on my belt at work several years ago, actually, when it seemed like every other week there was a shooting on a military base or at a recruiting station. It was just like a rash of, F the military, we're gonna try to, whatever the sentiment behind those assholes' actions was, I don't know, I don't care. Fact of the matter is, working on military bases got a little bit more dangerous during that time period. And I can't legally carry a gun on base because, well, legally, by policy, I can't carry a gun on base, and I will get in legal trouble if I do. So there goes my best way of protecting myself and others in a situation like that. But I can legally carry, and per policy and all those things, I can carry an IFAK, and maybe I'll get made fun of a little bit. I'd rather get made fun of than not be able to put a tourniquet on a gunshot wound. So that was my impetus for starting to carry medical gear. And it's just kind of stuck with me ever since, because it takes a little bit of getting used to. You got to wear it, and it's a new thing, so your body's like, I don't know, and you got to break it in. But eventually you do get used to it, and it just kind of becomes second nature. And again, because I am very limited at work in my ability to respond to a dangerous situation like that, having that extra gear when the cops may be however long away, the medical first responders maybe however long away, they're dealing with other people, they're dealing with in a different part of the building or whatever. If something, God forbid, were to happen, I can immediately respond to what's in my area, whether it's me or somebody else that I come across. I can at least help and do something to be that first responder. I know you hear it on YouTube all the time these days, and I completely agree. You are your own first responder. So having stuff like this gives you the tools necessary to effectively respond in a situation like that. So yeah, I get crap for carrying this stuff, and I don't really care, because I know that the same person that gave me crap for carrying a multi-tool or carrying a lighter when I don't smoke, then needed that multi-tool or that lighter and came and asked me for it, and they benefited from me carrying it. I hope they never benefit from me carrying medical gear, but I know that they might, possibly in a really terrible situation that I don't want, benefit from me carrying medical gear, and that's enough peace of mind for me to just kind of let that go like a stinky fart. So yeah, overall guys, carry medical gear. It's important. It's not that hard. It can be a little expensive to get into, but you can start out small. Tourniquets, a real good cat tourniquet, like 27 bucks or something like that. They're not expensive. Just make sure you get an actual cat tourniquet from North American Rescue or some other reputable medical gear outfitter, because those cheap Chinese knockoffs will break on you and they're useless. They just take up space and they will get people killed. So don't use that crap. I digress. It's important, but even more important than having the gear is having the training. Like I mentioned earlier, there are lots of ways to go and get training. There are all kinds of companies out there, especially companies that do trauma medicine kits like this. They do classes all the time, kind of like firearms instructors do firearms classes. You can get trauma aid, like, you know, first response, care under fire type of medical classes through a bunch of different companies. If you're military or law enforcement, then your agency should be providing you or at least making available classes like this. And that can be very specific because you may have certain SOPs with your agency. You may have a different mission set, like the military is probably going to be a little bit different than a civilian, you know, first responder to an active shooter or a wreck on the side of the road or something like that. So take that into account, but the skills themselves are invaluable and the gear is useless without them. So make sure you get training, make sure you get some gear. It doesn't have to be a ton. It doesn't have to be 2 giant ankle kits like I carry every day. Figure out what you can carry that will be comfortable for you, that will integrate into your lifestyle, your day-to-day, your wardrobe, whatever it may be, and start carrying that. A great place to start, honestly, is a tourniquet, because tourniquets probably take the least amount of training and skill to use, and they're lightweight, they're inexpensive, they don't take up a ton of room, especially if you use either the cat tourniquet like I have in these kits or the soft T wide. I do highly recommend taking a look at the Committee of Tactical Combat Casualty Care, or TCCC. Take a look at their website. I think there's 7 different tourniquets that are approved through them right now. And I highly recommend going with one of those tourniquets. The RATS tourniquet or the SWAT, the wrapping tourniquet, for example. I would personally stay away from those, my opinion. Also the Committee of TCCC's opinion, but your mileage may vary. Great place to start. Just get some gear, get some training, guys, and start wearing it around, figuring out the best way to carry it. You may be surprised and you may figure out that you can actually put an entire ankle medical kit on. And what I'll do is I'll go do some research. I will find a few reputable companies, medical companies that do training, and I'll also find a few EDC products that you can use to carry gear like this, depending on your wardrobe and your day-to-day activities, of course, just to give you guys some options. And I'll leave all that in the description below. None of them will be affiliate links. I don't have any affiliate links with any of those companies. If I do, I'll annotate that next to that link just to make it very clear, but I'm pretty sure I don't have any affiliate links with any medical companies. That's it, guys. That's all I've got. I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch. If you found this informative or entertaining or useful in any way, do me a favor, hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel. Also share it with your friends. I really appreciate that. I can't really tell you, if you don't know, just how much that affects the algorithm and how important that is to growing the channel. So all of those things help a ton. I really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to go check out my website. That'll be the first link in the description below. Just go click on that. You'll see all the different companies I have affiliate links with. If you click on one of those, it'll take you straight to their website. And anything you buy doesn't cost you a penny more, but I will get a portion of those funds to come back to support the channel, and that's greatly appreciated as well. If you guys had any questions about anything you saw in this video, do me a favor, either post it down in the comments below. I love having conversations with you guys, and I always learn stuff too, especially about medical, because I am not a medical expert. I have pretty much the bare minimum trauma training that you can get, and I love learning new things. But if you'd rather, you can send me an email or a DM on Instagram. I'll have that stuff here on the screen for you guys, so you can go check that out if you want. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Y'all take it easy, roll tide, and I'll see you later.